Hello, hello, SLAINY. Welcome to,
Hello.
I guess, YouTube. We're joined today by SLAINY, the coach of the Solar Scarabs, and
Come on, I'm a player now.
Coach slash player slash all-star, just everything. We're going to talk about the news which has dropped, which is Zapman to Leviathans, layers off of the Scarabs roster. Okay, so it's been a long week, I can imagine, for you.
Say the least.
Shall we start at the start? SOT, the situation with him at the weekend, he ends up getting benched. Can you start with that?
Yeah. So basically, after like the game, everyone was super upset with how SOT was, with how he like handled telling us, or not telling us basically.
Yeah.
And we were all like pretty upset with him, but Layers had kind of been hurt the most by it. Like I'd say hurt the most, but like he had just come down just for that set, and his dad came down and like took time off work and stuff, which obviously super upset Layers. So Layers came to us and said, hey look, like either you kick SOT or I'm not playing with you guys anymore, basically just giving us an ultimatum. And we took like a day to like think, because we previously had like hit issues with Layers here and there, but when he had come down for practice for the LAN, all of those issues that we had kind of brought up to him, he almost like did a complete 180 and was like doing really good. So we weighed our pros and cons of the issues that SOT had, like IRL issues. Again, I still don't really want to go into them. They're his things. I mean, he's gone over it a bit, but and then coupled with like the vaccine thing, which was, you know, a huge part. So we weighed the pros and cons, and we figured that we should go ahead with what Leia said, but like not kicking him as like it would be more of a benching, which is obviously what it ended up being. So we ended up benching SOT, which obviously everyone knows by now, I assume. And then we went forward with SOT being benched. We were trying out ADCs today, and then after Scrim,
Zapman,
sorry.
First, Zapman decided to head off to the Leviathans. Yeah,
basically, which there's no, I just want to make it clear, there's no like hard feelings, specifically from me, Brendan, and Bobby, Veronica and Inbound. There's no hard feelings with what Zap did. He spoke to us all. He spoke to me one-on-one, like wanted my opinion on it, and basically all three of us are like, at this point, we can't blame you with all the drama that's happening. He was really impacted with how Layers specifically was, and then to a degree with how things happened with SOT. He felt like the team was really childish, or in particular, the way things were handled were childish, like how team environment was, which obviously us three completely understood. So he let us know that he was going to Leviathans, which again, no hard feelings towards him. I think it's the best move for him, especially with everything that's happened now.
Yeah, so now we get to the juicy bit, the bit that everybody wants to hear about. Let's talk about Scrims. It was today, was it? It's currently Wednesday, 28th. Today, Scrims, you were playing. I don't know if you want to say who you were trying out or anything like that.
We were playing against the Leviathans.
You were playing against the Leviathans, which is pretty funny. Scrims booked last week, I guess, or ahead of time. And you come in and you're playing against the Leviathans, against Zap. And Scrims, from what I've heard, they seem to be going all right.
Yeah, as far as all of us, we all agreed that Scrims went pretty well. I guess all of us, the rest of us, agreed that Scrims went pretty well. Like we had some pretty good late game like team fights and stuff like that. Games went well. Obviously, I'm not at the same level as SOT, so they weren't like exactly the same. But things went well. Then Scrims end like a full block. It wasn't even cancelled earlier or anything. Full block of Scrims, which is a rare occurrence. And Layers gets up, and I assume forgot to mute his mic and just basically lost the plot. Like I assume I'm allowed to swear, but like the stuff that he was saying, it was like individually calling all of us cocksuckers, saying like we have no fucking idea what we're doing, words that he probably shouldn't be saying, I shouldn't repeat, even telling us we have no fucking idea what we're doing, saying we're just jerking off, like basically just having a temper tantrum that we weren't trying out Wolves in solo, I think is what sparked all of it. But the stuff that I heard him say is like it literally went on for like 5 minutes. Like he was saying it to his parents.
Yeah, the whole diatribe was to his parents.
Yeah, to his parents, and I have no idea. And then the best part is I sent in the group chat like, Layers, you might want to be muting for this, and he's like, I don't want to mute anymore. Like, it was just the most mind-blowing thing. I've been in SPL for like what 6 years now, and I've never heard anything like it. It was just mind-blowing to me. Bobby literally just left the chat the second he started. Like Bobby couldn't even handle listening to it.
Yeah.
Brendan, who is like almost like he's really good friends with Layers, he was just apologizing the whole time. Like he never heard anything like it himself.
I imagine he was mortified. I mean, his friend, his teammate, a guy who's teamed with a long time, going off like that. I assume, did he come back into comms at some point?
No, he ended up typing to defend himself, I guess, on his phone or something. I ended up leaving the group chat because I didn't really want to sit there for any longer and just listen to myself getting flamed in a situation. Getting flamed for being in a situation that I didn't even want to be in. You know, like I don't want to be playing. I purposely chose to be a coach for a reason. And the sad thing is, it was almost a situation that he borderline put us in himself. And then he flames me for it. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was text messages. I mean, I can show you them if you want. I don't know if you want to put them in the video, but I can.
You could send them over, and maybe we'll flash them up at this point. But the upshot of it was, did he show remorse? Really? No remorse.
No remorse. I mean, even once after all of obviously other pros are making their tweets and stuff. He even messaged me, basically like mocking me, saying saying, I didn't intend to mute my mic, by the way, just unfortunate the mic picked it up, just for future memes and stuff like that. Gotta make sure the story's clean.
Bizarre. So he just didn't think, I don't know. That just seems like a very strange thing to say at this point. He seems to have almost gone self-destructive. And the upshot of it was you guys basically just kicked him off the team on the spot. Yeah, it was basically like an instant decision. I think at this point, it makes the most sense for us to just instantly kick him and bring Salt back on to solo, because at that point we would be having 3 new players, you know. We need a new jungle, new ADC, and a new solo. So I guess we can let the news here that Salt will be coming back into solo, at least for like the foreseeable future. I mean, I don't think any of us want to kick him, but I don't want to say like... Yeah, for sure. You don't know 100% your team's going to stick together, but for now, Salt back, main roster, and you guys have a double header this weekend coming up. Do you know what your plans are for that as of right now?
For Friday, our set versus the Only Warriors, we are thankfully getting Cherry as a sub. Luckily, like as I told you before, we kind of like had issues with Layers in the past, so it's not like Cherry was just blindsided by it. We had at least spoken in the past, so he was like on board with playing with us in the past. But yeah, we're going to be using Cherry on Friday, but because he's in an SEC team, he can't play. He has to have like a week cooldown or something. So basically, we'll probably end up using me as a sub on our set versus the Valkyries, so it doesn't conflict with his SEC games. And
ADC wise, at this point, are you still undecided who'll be stepping in in that role, or is it a definite one yet?
We have scrims tomorrow for like tryouts. I think right now it's between Erupt Crimson and Stuart. If I had to guess, it would probably be leaning towards Stuart, just because obviously Crimson was a middle laner, and right now we probably just need someone that's more like set in with the role rather than having another person learn.
Yeah, especially because you're trying to gel a new team together. It's not just one. And it's not just one new role you need to bring in, as well as teaching the game. But yeah, cool. Stuart and Crimson, both really sick players who could have been in the SPL at the start of the season in their own right. So cool to see at least one of those guys get the chance. I wonder, is that all we've got? Do you want to touch a little bit on the situation that, in the team up to now? It seems as if there's been a lot of tension between SOT and Layers specifically up to now. Have they just never really gotten on in the team?
Well, it's weird right there. At first, like the first month or so of scrimming, they actually got along really well. They actually had like really good synergy together. But Layers has like a lot of issues in game where he doesn't talk and is very much not a leader, which is usually not something that you need from a jungler. So he spent many months like trying to work with him on that. And eventually, and then also another key point was we really wanted everyone down in Georgia. Like to have like a scrim room so we can all like spend time together, like keep on bonding, like and get close. And Leia's basically just refused to move down the whole time, and that took like a big impact on Sot, and he really wasn't happy with it. So obviously that caused like tension between the two, which obviously led to everything where we are today, more or less. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a long road. It's honestly the wildest SPL drama I ever remember hearing. It's
the thing is, I'm not even doing justice like explaining. Like it's one of those things where you're in the situation and it's just so mind-boggling that it's happening, so like crazy that I can't even remember everything that he said. But it literally went on for like 5 minutes. Like both me and Brendan there just like in complete disbelief about what's happening. Yeah. Like it's like something that you see in a movie almost, like someone forgetting to mute their mic and then just like completely losing their fucking marbles. Yeah,
it's just I just can't ever imagine saying anything like that. The thing that strikes me is this in front of his mum and dad. My mum and dad would not put up with that.
Yeah,
no matter who I was saying it about.
Yeah, mind-blowing stuff.
Mind-blowing. Wow. I mean, thanks for blowing all our minds. Thanks for spilling the beans. I really appreciate you coming on. That's just incredible. I'm looking forward for the news dropping for everybody to hear it. I expect it'll come out sometime tomorrow, I guess, right?
Yeah.
And I'll drop this video then. But yeah. Thanks for your time, man. And good luck in your set this weekend. Hopefully, if you play on Sunday, I hope you pop off.
Yeah, let's fingers crossed for that one.
Perfect. Okay.
Ducky, I'm coming for you.
Perfect. Bye. Love you. Mwah.
Love you.